either you show reverence or you show fear, you know. Yeah, or you can misconstrue it to be something else.
Disco? Yeah.
G'day guys, I'm usually the original Spiky D, and welcome you to another edition of a Trini reaction to. As you know, here we feature the best in foreign language song, dance and film out of India, southern India. 90% of the times I'm from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for dropping by. Now today, we're now into the final 10 minutes of the Kannada film called Kantara. As you know, it is written and directed by Rishab Shetty. I have already reacted to the first two scenes of the film and the first part of this climax. I've already watched the movie, and I just want to get this part out because the movie is such an enjoyable film. And when I say enjoyable in terms of the originality and in terms of the storytelling of this movie, is something that I rate very highly. Alright, so with that said, let's dive straight into this final scene and let's enjoy what we're about to see. Let's dive into it.
Hey, side bandira. Hey! ಬನ್ನಿ ಮರೆ ಸಾಕು ಆಯ್ತು ಮುಗಿತಿಲಿ ಶಿವ ಸತ್ತ
That's what you assume.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ರ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿದೋದಿಷ್ಟೇ ಜನವ ಅಂತ ಮಸಾಲೆ ರುಬ್ಬುವ ಕಲ್ಲು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಹಿರಿಯರನ್ನ ಮಂಗ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Nobody are fooling you, dude.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಉಳಿದಿರೋದು ಎರಡೇ ದಾರಿ. ಒಂದು ಭೂಮಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಜೀವ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಗಂಡ ಸತ್ತ ಮುಂಡೆರೆಲ್ಲ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ.
So disrespectful. Yeah. When I saw this, you know, I was like, what the hell? This transformation here is going to just send me crazy, dread. Is Gulaga? A transformation, boy. Dread. Hey, really look dread, boy. You're watching that and you will think that probably is a man that has a mental issue, but it's not that, you know. Something else taking place there in the supernatural. Like... Oh, no, God. That's not Shiva, dude. That's somebody else. Oh, yeah. I forgot that he did that. Holy shit. Oh, that for breaking your promise, Dread. I like the song, you know. It had it in the beginning of the film as well. Gotta go into that forest, Dread. Leave a seed behind. Yeah, this is the part here I'm not sure of. Is it that the fact that he met the ancient spirit, and I'm not sure about this part here. Why it is there were two of them here, and then that happened. Yeah. So if you guys stay to the end, they probably could help me out with that. The interpretation of that. Yes, he did. Just like the guy in the first scene. Alright, yeah, so that's the end of the film there. And as I said, I really enjoyed the movie because of how original in terms of the screenplay was, in terms of the storytelling, and the fact that it was a story that started like about over 100 years ago. It started in 1847 and continued into modern times. And in terms of that promise that was made by that king and that deity or demigod, you know, that contract still held binding till today. And while the descendants of that king did not want to live up to that promise to keep it because of their greed and wanting to grab the lands, we saw all these things transpired. But what the film really had, it had so much different themes. And although some of these themes might be similar, it's just the way how it was put in such an original story. Because this is the first time I am seeing a film in this aspect, and it was so refreshing. And although the ending, it was somewhat expected, not the way how it was portrayed, but I was expecting that Shiva at some point in time would be in some sort of communication with that deity or demigod, because throughout the film there were hints of it, right? But the way it manifested itself, the way how it was brought about in that final act, I really didn't see it that way. And to watching it felt a bit, I would say, a bit fearful as well, and while the villagers had no fear of the deity manifesting himself in the body of Shiva, it is because they were more of a, what you would say, in a worshipping manner. It was a very violent, as well. And somewhat, it could be drawn back by the behavior and the mannerisms of Shiva at that stage. So one who is not accustomed with seeing something like that, if you're in there, either you show reverence or you show fear, or you can misconstrue it to be something else. Yeah, but the film dealt with so much, as I said, so much different themes. For example, the young officer, she was caught between duty and the people that she lived, because she was put in a tight position, because at one point in time she joined the forestry officers on duty, and she had to carry out her duty. And while carrying out her duty, it felt like if she was betraying her own people. And then the officer, I think it's Murali, I think his name was, I really liked him because I hated him in the beginning of the film. I thought he was going to be one of these idiots, but then his character was so well, he was really on the side of the people. He was just, as the young lady was just doing his job and his duty as well, So some of the people, it questioned you as the viewer. It put you in somewhat sticky positions, and which side would you take? Like in the beginning, I really didn't like the officer, but then really and truly, he was really not a bad dude. And some of the things he was saying, in terms of the animals when they were doing with the fireworks and with the firecrackers and all that, and how he could harm animals, that is a true thing, and these are some of the things he was bringing up to the villagers, and while to them it felt like he was kind of trodden down on their tradition, he was also being wise in terms of it do harm the animals. So they were just carrying out their duty. They didn't have ulterior motive, but the landlord did. He just wanted the land, and he was stealing it, and in such a mischievous and deceptive manner. I thought Rishab Shetty also was. He did a fantastic job in terms of his acting, especially coming to the end. And there, I really liked that he carried that character well. His presence, his delivery, his mannerisms, especially in that final scene, was gripping. It was intense, it really delivered in all cylinders in terms of him as an actor, and of course as a director, and also as a writer, because as I said, the film feels so refreshing, and that's why it have all the hype around it. And some people may not understand the hype around the film, because when you go and watch a film like this, you're probably expecting a grand mass movie, which it isn't, although there is a bit of mass element in terms of action, but it really is how the story is so fresh and so new, and the way it went about, it felt really, it was really pleasant watching a film like this, and the village life of the people and the traditions and all that. I thought the movie was really well done. I have to say, in the beginning I thought it was a bit slow, but as I get into the feel of the film and really understood what the film was about and why and try to put away the hype around it, then you could begin to see what the film really is. You could really begin to appreciate the filmmaking in it. know. So yeah, that's just my short take. I mean, I saw the film over a week ago, and I'm just doing this piece of the reaction just to complete my series. Unfortunately, I didn't want to do the entire film. I don't want to take risk. I already have 2 copyright strikes, and that's why I didn't do the entire film. And yeah, so that's just my short take on the little that I could recall from seeing the movie. And I said I will just reveal that those thoughts at the end of this 8 or 10 minutes scene that we just saw here. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by today. And if you do like this video, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe, you can keep coming back for more. And you can also let me know what you thought about the film. If you felt like the film lived up to the hype, if you thought it was an overrated movie, I'm quite sure a lot of people would feel that way, and a lot of people might feel disappointed because maybe they don't understand why the hype is there in the first place. But it's really a great film. If I have to give the movie a rating, I'll give it probably an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's how I would rate it, because it's that good. Yeah, it's that good. Yeah, wherever you guys are in the world, stay safe, remain in good health. See you all soon with another reaction. Do take care and have a great day. Peace out.